Hey guys, and welcome to my stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Wow, I haven't said those words in so long. I want you guys to know that I missed you more than you missed me, and I'm happy I'm back here for you with another video just to give you my perspective on everything that's been going on.
We have more and more states stepping up to help out the citizens here in the United States as this inflation problem is getting worse and worse, and with the price of oil and gas getting worse and worse, citizens here in the United States are going to need more help. And thankfully, we are starting to see more and more help come in various different ways. And another check was just passed here over the weekend. Here we go. As you can see here, Oregon lawmakers approve a $600 stimulus payment for low-income workers. This is as much as the second stimulus check on the federal level was. Remember that $600 stimulus check? This is as much coming from the state of Oregon. And I think we're going to see a lot more states do this here this year as well, as a lot of states are flush with cash. But here are the details on this stimulus check. Oregon lawmakers just approved a $600 one-time stimulus payment to low-income workers who were on the job in the early days of the pandemic. The payment would go to Oregonians. That's such an awesome name, right? Oregonians, who claimed the earned income tax credits, also known as the adult tax credits or the low workers tax, low wage earned income tax credit. It's for low income earners in 2020. So they're going off 2020 because a lot of people haven't filed their 2021 taxes or haven't gotten them back. They're not in the system yet, right? So going off 2020 is really the only way they can do this. A tax break for low-income working households, Oregon says. The Oregon Department of Revenue said about 245,000 Oregonians, let me know if I'm saying that right in the comment section, would be eligible, with payments limited to one per household. House Bill 4157 passed by wide margins in both chambers of Oregon legislature, with a handful of Republicans joining majority Democrats in supporting the bill. That's what I like to see. Bipartisan support, Democrats and Republicans giving support back to their people. And honestly, we've been seeing a lot of states pass stimulus checks, rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance, and tax cuts even on the state level, which is multiple different ways, reducing the gas tax, reducing grocery tax, reducing income taxes. We're seeing that on a lot of different states. I think it was either 21 or 29 states that reduced state taxes for last year. So we had that. We have a bunch of different states issuing state child tax credits, some states doing state adult tax credits or earned income tax credits. Those are state bonuses on the state level. So we have a lot of different states issuing money because a lot of states just have a lot of money right now. Remember, they all got a lot of money from the third stimulus check package. Each state got over $1 billion, and they're all kind of giving it out in different ways. And Oregon stepped up and said, here's how we're giving out part of our money. So it is now passed both chambers, the House and the Senate of Oregon. Remember, each state has their own House and their own Senate. And it now goes to Governor Kate Brown for signing. The State Department of Revenue would make the payments automatically for most eligible workers by the end of July. Now, whether it'll take that long or not, I don't know. I'll keep you up to date. Hopefully they'll send it out sooner. But regardless, they're going to be sending out $600 stimulus checks for somewhere around 250,000 people from Oregon. Directing the money to low-income working families, they said, would help ease the sting of rapid hikes in expenses like rent, gas, and groceries. Cash payments like this make a huge difference in the life of working families, said Senator Kathleen Taylor, a Democrat from Portland. The payments plus administrative costs are expected to amount to nearly $150 million paid from the federal pandemic aid approved by Congress last year. So yeah, directly from the third stimulus check package approved underneath Biden. So there you go, the third stimulus check package actually sending out more stimulus checks to the state of Oregon. And without that, these checks wouldn't have been made possible. And honestly, I can't really think of all the states here at this particular moment, but a lot of the other states that are going to be doing checks this year or in the works or have already kind of announced checks or are doing tax cuts or teacher bonuses or all these different kind of programs, rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance, are using money from the third stimulus check package as well. So remember, that's the one that had the $1,400 stimulus checks, $1,400 stimulus checks for children, $1,400 stimulus checks for adult dependents and college students, and the child tax credits that were for a year last year. Those have now expired because they have not been able to come to an agreement yet. They might be able to come to an agreement here soon, as there are Republicans on board now, namely being led by Republican Senator Mitt Romney, who actually has a bill for a slightly larger plan for the child tax credits. That's actually $4,200 per year for children under the age of 6, 5 and under, instead of $3,600 per year. And it's still $3,000 per year for children 6 through 17. And there's some other Republicans on board with that. But it does have work requirements and possibly income limitations. So there's some negotiation going on about that. And that could be passed through a standalone bill here, potentially even this month. It's just depending on how negotiations go and everything with Russia and the new Build Back Better stimulus package, which could be renamed Made in America stimulus package or something along those lines as well. And remember, there's also $800 billion of stimulus money on the federal level as well that they could use for stimulus checks, anti-inflation checks, or just money to, combat the price of gas and inflation that's literally out of control right now. And honestly, I think we're going to see a lot of other states stepping up to do checks like this, including California. The governor there, Gavin Newsom, has basically confirmed that there will be some type of check this year. So, for example, Oregon is going to send out these checks for about 250,000 people. Remember, each state has slightly different qualification. Oregon's sending them out to low-income people that basically got the earned income tax credit, which is basically just low-income people in the state. The adult tax credit, it's also known as, it's basically just low-income people in the state. You can just get that by filing a tax return and claiming $5 of income. Remember, you can just kind of do that. Remember, talk to a tax professional in your state, though. But you can basically file a tax. If you don't normally file a tax return, you can file a tax return in your state and just say, I made $5 having a garage sale this year, and I'm filing a tax return with $5 of income. So you can do that, and then you can claim the adult earned income tax return potentially, and then claim that state stimulus check. But again, each state might be different, and your personal tax return might be different. Each person's situation is different. So talk to somebody. Maybe you have somebody in your family that might be able to look into your situation and know about your state's stimulus check if it's happening in your state. I'm going to be telling you all about these state stimulus checks that are happening throughout the year, and state stimulus programs. There's rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance. There's electric assistance, heat assistance, and water assistance. I've just kind of covered here on recent videos, and like I was covering on just briefly in California, Oregon's sending out 250,000 people checks, just kind of based on the size of the state. California is sending out about 27 million checks they sent out last year, just again, the size of the state just shows how big California is. That's why it's such big news. Not that I'm favoring California or Oregon or anything like that, but when any state comes out with stimulus checks, I cover it all. Even the state of Maine, the governor has actually proposed a stimulus checks, which she calls anti-inflation stimulus checks. They were proposed at $500 and they have now increased them to $750. They were first put forward by Republicans and are now being run with by Democrats, being called anti-inflation stimulus checks. And that name is actually starting to catch on by a lot of people because of how bad inflation is. Like I said, there's a lot of states starting to either issue stimulus checks, propose stimulus checks, starting to think about stimulus checks. And I think we're going to see a lot of stimulus checks this year by states, as well as the federal government considers it, because there's just a lot of stimulus money still available. And they just need to, as my father would say, get on their horse and send it out and help the people, because inflation's crazy right now, and there's a lot of low-income people and people on fixed income, people on disability that really need help right now.
Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed you. Hopefully I'll see you here again very soon. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified that whenever I publish new videos for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.